Hello everyone, my name is Delaney Neihart and this is my screencast on Lesson Plan 1. Students' level of difficulty. I am placed at Palomino Primary School in the Paradise Valley School District. My classroom is a first grade classroom and all my students are English language learners. Math in general is not covered as much as speaking, grammar, and writing, so they have a harder time with it than other subjects. Plan of action. Through my lesson plan, students will be able to find 10 more and 10 less than a number without counting. We will practice counting by tens to 100 altogether. This connects the students' prior knowledge because they have already been practicing counting by tens. The overall question my students will be trying to answer is, Tony has 22 markers. Pat has 10 less markers than Tony. How many markers does Pat have? The only manipulative that we will be using are base 10 blocks. My students will start this activity by building the first number with their base 10 blocks, which will be 22. They will then take a base 10 block away. I will then ask my students how many blocks they have, and this will explain how many markers Pat has, which is 10 less than Tony. All students' work was shown through manipulatives and reasoning. Whiteboards were also used throughout the activity. Student thinking. Students did not see the pattern in counting by tens. I noticed that my students could only see the patterns when they were counting 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. However, when you started on a number like 32, they didn't grasp that there was a pattern in 42, 52, 62. My students also had easily counted the tens, but had a harder time counting the ones. Problem-solving strategies, base 10 blocks were used, and these were able to help students visualize adding or subtracting 10. I believe the small group aspect also helped with problem-solving strategies because I was able to help them one-on-one and give them my undivided attention. Common errors and misunderstandings my students had. Most students would get the tens column right and miscount the ones. This is very unfortunate to see as a teacher because you know they understand it but are counting wrong. Like I said, all students had a very hard time seeing the tens pattern. Even after I pointed it out to them, they still could not grasp the concept. Some students also had misunderstandings with the question asked because it was subtraction, not addition. All students went into the question thinking that it was going to be addition right away. So the fact that it was subtraction kind of made them question it a little. Next steps for instruction. The next time I do a lesson, I want to add more differentiation. This is so in case students need more help and are not understanding with the manipulatives and the one-on-one help. On the other side, I want to have a follow-up question ready for students who finish fast and understand very quickly so that they do not get bored and they have something more challenging to deeper their thinking. And lastly, I want to make sure to follow through with student explaining and reasoning. I feel like it is very important for students to explain why and how they got an answer, and sometimes it's easy to forget to ask them how they actually got the answer. So I want to make sure to be better with that. Thank you.